Our next question is question number 6. A pendulum completes 2 oscillations in 5 seconds. So, what is the time period? They have given g to be equal to 9.8 meter per second square. G is the acceleration due to gravity. And next is we have to find its length. So, we are asked to find out the time period and we are asked to find out the length. Okay. So, as the pendulum completes 2 oscillations in 5 seconds, so in 1 second, how many oscillations will it complete? It will complete 2 by 5 seconds. Yes, if it is able to complete 2 oscillation in 5 seconds, means 1 oscillation, in 1 second, how many times it will complete? It will complete 2 by 5 seconds. How much time? 2 by 5 seconds. So this is in 1 second. So whenever we say that number of oscillations in 1 second, what is the name? The term is frequency. In 1 second it completes 2 by 5 seconds, means the frequency is 2 by 5 seconds. Okay, and then we are asked to find out the time period. We know time period is equals to 1 by frequency, which is equals to 5 by 2, which is equals to 2.5 seconds. Okay, so if f is 2 by 5, 1 by f will be 5 by 2, which is equals to 2.5 seconds. Clear? Next, we know that t is equals to 2 pi root over L by g. That is the formula, where L is the length, t is the time period, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and g value is given. So we are asked to find out the length. So how we will find out? We will just substitute all the values. In place of t, we will substitute 2.5. Okay, and in place of pi 3.14, and then when we substitute the values, we'll get 2.5 equals to 2 pi root over L by 9.8. Instead of g, we'll write 9.8. Okay, after that we'll bring 2 pi to the other side, left side. So it will be 2.5 divided by 2 into pi. Pi is 3.14. So when we calculate, we get 0.398. Okay, and then this 9.8 and L both are in square root. So we have to square on both sides to remove the root. So when we remove the root, we'll get 0.398 the whole square equals to L by 9.8. That 9.8, when we bring it to the other side, it will be in multiplication. So L is equals to 0.398 the whole square into 9.8. So when we multiply, we'll get 1.55 meter. That is the length. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, so in this question they asked about the time period, but we are not given time period. We are just given that pendulum is completing 2 oscillations in 5 seconds. So time period will get it from frequency. Frequency is in 1 second how many times it vibrates, how many times the pendulum oscillates. So it will be 2 by 5. So time period will be 5 by 2. Like that we will proceed. Okay. Our next question is question number 7. Question number 7. The time periods of 2 simple pendulums at a place are in the ratio of 2:1. What will be the ratio of their length? That means the time periods of 2 simple pendulums. They have taken 2 simple pendulums. One pendulum's time period is 2 and another time period will be 1. Okay. 1, 2, they are both in seconds. So let T1 and T2 be the time period of 2 pendulums of length L1 and L2. We know that T is directly proportional to L. Okay, T is directly proportional to L. T is directly proportional to L. So T1 by T2 is equals to root over L1 by L2. Okay, that is the formula. When we square on both sides, T1 square by T2 square equals to L1 by L2. Because we have to remove the square root. So T1 square by T2 square equals to L1 by L2. And we are given the formula that T1 is equals to 2 because it is given that both are in the ratio of 2:1. Yes, so T1 is equals to 2, T2 is equals to 1. That is in seconds. Okay, I have not given there, sorry. It's 2 seconds and T2 will be 1 second. So squaring both sides, and after squaring we'll put the values 2 and 1 and we'll square it up, and on the other side L1 by L2. So L1 by L2 will be equals to 4 by 1. So what is the ratio that we have got? Ratio of the length is 4:1. Okay. Our next question is question number 8. It takes 0.2 seconds for a pendulum bob to move from mean position to one end. Okay, it takes 0.2 seconds for a pendulum bob to move from mean position to one end. What is the time period of the pendulum? So it is just said mean position to one end. It did not say mean position to one end then back to the mean position. Okay, so you can see in the diagram I have given mean position to one end is 0.2 seconds, and we need the time period. Time period is when it goes from mean position to one end to the extreme other end, and then coming back to the mean position. That is only one full oscillation. Okay, one complete oscillation. So if from mean position to extreme end is 0.2 seconds, then from one extreme end to the other extreme end is 0.4 seconds, then 0.4 again from there when it comes back to the mean position is 0.2 seconds. So total how much time it has taken is the time period. Yes, because time period is the time taken to complete one oscillation. So time period is 0.2 plus 0.4 plus 0.2, which is 0.8 seconds. Clear? You can go through the diagram, that's why I have drawn it for you. Next question, and it is marked as question number answer number 7. That's wrong, it's answer number 8. Okay, now next question is our question number 9. How much time does the bob of a seconds pendulum take to move from one extreme of its oscillation to the other extreme? Now we know that seconds pendulum, when it goes from one extreme to the other extreme and again back to the same place, it will take total how much? 2 seconds. Yes, when it goes from mean position and then goes to the other two extremes and come back, means to complete one oscillation, complete oscillation, it will take 2 seconds. Okay, so time taken for the bob to move from one extreme to the other end will be half of the 2 seconds. Yes, half of the 2 seconds. So half of 2 is 1 second. So I have shown in the diagram. Suppose if it takes from left to right once, then back to the left, okay, back to the position, starting position, the total will be 2 seconds. So from one point to the other point, it will take how much? 1 second. Okay, so that is the answer, 1 second.